dysfunctional vet. I'm putting a relief valve in this 5-gallon diesel tank. The hole that's designed to drill this with the drill that comes with the kit, which I'll show you in a second, is an 8mm. The closest drill that I had was an 11/32. It has a little bit of play in it, so I'm going to do something slightly different. Here I have a thick rubber to approximate the thickness of, this is a gasket material, bought in bulk. I have a thickness to approximate the thickness of the O-ring, and I'm going to seat that against this as it's pulled into the tank. I'm getting ready to punch a hole into that. That will be my next step. Using the 8mm drill which came with this, which was absolutely worthless on the metal, I easily punched my 8mm hole onto my gasket material. Now I'll just seat that onto it, and I'll show you that. This took a little bit of effort to shove it on there, but it's now ready to feed into the tank. I'm really good at fishing wire, so I'm not worried about that. If you're not good at fishing wire, find somebody that is, or figure out how to do it so that you don't drill a hole in a tank and have a useless tank. What we have here is my fishing wire, and you can see it's pretty long because I have a lot of tanks to do, and I clip off the end because this stuff is really stiff. In the first video, and I'll try to remember to link it in the description, I explain what happens and why I clip the end off and why I'm using such stiff wire. When we thread this thing on, the last piece that's going to come off is the nut. So it's the first piece on, and we let it slide down the wire. The next to the last piece will be this one, and it is pointed down, so we want to point it down, put it on the wire. Oops, I stand corrected. The first piece that's going to come off of our wire, and you notice I have a loop down here to keep stuff from falling off, it's going to be the O-ring. The O-ring comes off first, right? So it's the last piece that goes on. The last piece that comes off is the nut, which tightens down. We have this clamp, and we want to make sure that it's oriented in the right direction because it's going to compress this O-ring. So it goes on, and then the O-ring goes on, and we let everything slide down to the end. We're now ready to fish this piece up. Fish this in, bring it over here. This piece fits onto there.